Computer. And welcome to Sports Talk on the Friday night edition. And we are live on the WJRG television network, part of the KMI. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, along with our producer tonight from Big Don Production. What's up, Big Don? What's up, my brother?
Everything's good, man. Just trying to keep up with this basketball, football, and baseball.
We got a lot going on. All the way in Maryland, Frederick, Maryland, my brother-in-law with the football topics. Brother Larry, what's up, Larry? God bless.
KC.
I'm tired of hearing about KC Kendall. I'm tired of hearing about KC Kendall. Every moment move, the legendary Kendall Tyson. What's up, my brother?
What's happening, brothers?
All right. And the legend himself that was at the game last night, our sports legend, Anthony McLean. What's up, Anthony?
Doing good.
All right. We're going to get started tonight. And also those who are viewing us on Facebook Live, the number to call is 203-875-0520. That's the business line. Give us a call tonight with any comments. We'll put you on the air. You can speak any comments you want, any topic on Sports Talk tonight. So, Larry, what you got for us?
Okay, the first thing out the gate is we watched the Ravens last night handle the Miami Dolphins. They looked pretty good in the second half. They started breaking through. Lamar Jackson looks like Lamar Jackson of old. Do you think the Ravens can win the division, and will they be a hurdle for if they make the playoffs? They're going to be one team to look out for to upset somebody.
Well done.
I think they might make the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna upset none of the big boys. I think we seen the Ravens that we used to seeing last night. With Lamar back, he came back and they ran Henry a little more than I expected. But are they gonna upset anybody? Who are they planning on upsetting?
they probably make the playoffs. They probably wind up playing the Colts.
But they're not going to upset the Colts.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, it's unless they run the table, I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can win that division. It's an ugly division, ain't no doubt about that. The only reason I'm premature about giving them the division is that about a couple of weeks ago we were saying Cincinnati could run the table, and then they wound up losing to the Jets. So it's. I think they can get in, but I think if they do get in, there may be like a 8-9 or a 6. I don't think the team that wins that division is going to have a 500 record.
Go ahead, Kendall.
I agree with that. I believe the winner of what they used to call the black and blue division, then it moved around. The black and blue division moved around. I mean, it was Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati, that sort of deal back in the day. But I don't think Baltimore looks good. I mean, it looked good against the Miami Dolphins. I mean, but everyone does. They just fired their GM. I mean, what's going on with the coach? It's just, I'm not impressed.
Bishop, welcome. What's up, my brother? God bless you, man.
Blessings from whatever part of the north, the southeast we're in. I think I understand the question. I got in on the tail end of it. Listen, don't count Baltimore out. Pittsburgh is only in it because Aaron Rodgers still has half an arm left with some WD 40. So basically, let's just wait and see what happens. Because, I mean, we're at that point where we can start predicting. I'm going to simply say this. I don't see any reason why both Pittsburgh and Baltimore, I think they're in the same division. I don't see why those two don't end up in the playoffs.
Okay, let me put my input on that. I think Baltimore they got a decent team. If they could put a run together, a good run, and try to put some respectability on their season and beat some of the like somebody said they got an easy schedule. I think, but if they can get it together and make the playoffs, but somehow they might make a little noise. They might make some noise because remember they still got Lamar Jackson and they got Henry, so they can make a little noise, I believe. So I'll give them, but I got to see how they do the next 4 weeks. But I'll get back to that. All right, Larry.
Okay. The next one, I want to talk about those Minnesota Vikings
Oh,
and the Detroit Lion game. I know everybody's high on Detroit and everybody's putting down Minnesota, but be on alert. Be on alert. If everything go right, Minnesota, I'm not saying they're gonna win a division or anything, but they are primed for upset. Right now, Detroit's secondary is not looking that good. And I think it's a prime time for somebody with a good defense to come in there and take them.
Go ahead, Bishop.
He's making me nervous going along with me on this, but I'm going to have to agree with him. No, realistically speaking, I mean, I have to agree. They are an upset team. They're going to be the difference between whether a team makes the playoffs or not. They may not get there themselves. I want them there, but truth of the matter is, until we finally settle this quarterback issue, is McCarthy going to stay healthy? We're going to have to find out. And if he goes down again, is Brosmer going to get his chance finally? Or they were fishing. They talked about Case Keenum. They talked about Spencer, I think, who's now with the Saints. Kevin O'Connell, you got to turn around, pick your poison, and stick with it. End of story.
All right, brother Kendall. Every moment move. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, well, Detroit just signed one of their players to a real big contract, and I think Minnesota's just an opportunity for him to, show his wares. I think you got JJ McCarthy coming back. He hasn't seen a defense like Detroit. Um, you know, any given Sunday, it just won't be this Sunday for Minnesota.
Anthony, go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, I guess McCarthy is healthy for Sunday, but you got two. This is probably going to be a high scoring game because both defenses have been struggling. The Lions are playing makeshift defense as well. They probably outscore them strictly because their offense is a little more potent than Minnesota's. Minnesota's just been you never know what team's going to show up with Minnesota. That's been the thing with them all year.
All right, go ahead, Big Don.
Well, I'm glad Bishop ain't sporting no smoke tonight because I got my fire extinguisher over there in the corner, and I was gonna blow it out. But I said earlier, Bishop, you didn't hear me when I said it, but I said I'm not going with the Vikings no more this year. They done let me down too many times. So that's my answer.
I'm not going to hold it against you. The problem with Minnesota really is no running game, which means you can't establish a passing game. Aaron Jones has been out for the last 2 games. And the other 2 guys are like, I might as well get somebody off of Hillhouse's football team. They'll do about just as good a job.
All right, well, go ahead, Bishop. You finished?
No, I'm just saying, they can't establish a running game. And since they can't establish a running game, they can't establish a passing game. And that's been their problem for the last 2 or 3 games. Minnesota just cannot establish because they don't have anything to work with.
Right.
They got great passes. They got one of the most potent receiving cores. They've got top 5 elite defensive and special teams. The quarterback and the running back are the places where they hurt the worst. And those are the two most vital places on any football team.
All right. Well, my input. I got to go with Detroit because I think Detroit got to prove something. Because they got a good team, but I think now I think week number 8. Now these teams gonna have to really start buckling down, and really start getting their identity together and try to put some fear in some of these other teams. So I got to go with Detroit Lions this week, because I think Detroit got a team that can make it to the Super Bowl. But I think the biggest hurdle is going to be either Green Bay or maybe, of course, Philly. So I'll see. But I got to go with Detroit. Go ahead, Larry.
Okay. Next thing is the Colts. The
The
Colts are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You're going to beat Pittsburgh.
Now, I know they're going to beat Pittsburgh. The thing
How bad?
is, if Pittsburgh loses game barely, they will have a tie record if they lose one more with the Ravens. So that gives, if they continue the streak they're on right now, the Ravens will be in first place in about 3 weeks.
Wow.
Of course, the Steelers been doing nothing but losing lately. So if they can't come up with a way to at least get a coach a good game, I think their hopes of winning that division are gone.
All right. What you think, Don?
I think the Steelers don't got that old defensive old,
No.
so I'm already gonna give them that loss on defense alone. Aaron Rodgers, he playing a lot better than I thought, but the Steelers they're gonna wind up losing to the Ravens. I'm talking about down the stretch, that 3 weeks you're talking about. The Ravens will be ahead, the Steelers will be behind.
All right, go ahead, Kendall.
I think that Indianapolis is just going to walk all over Pittsburgh. And I think, Mike Tomlin, making that little comment within his division is letting me know that he's resigned to the fact that his team is, inferior, period. I mean, there's been a lot of, intermingling in the NFL over the years. I don't hear anybody arguing. I didn't hear a word from San Francisco 49ers during that time period where they took 2 all-pro players, Ken Norton Jr. and Deion Sanders, sort of switched places. They didn't cry. They just went out there and played the game. So, you're already crying within your division. Now you're going to play an Indianapolis Colts and they're going to stomp you. They got this player, man. His name is Taylor. This running back is looking better than, I don't know, man. I'm like, what the heck is this? I mean, this guy has a lot of yards. He's on a record-breaking season. I mean, he has to be in the conversation. And guess who else has to be in the conversation for MVP? Drake May. I mean, there's some names out here that I just think Indianapolis is going to make a statement against Pittsburgh.
Go ahead, Anthony. Now go with the Bishop. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, I can't see the Steelers hanging with them. I think Indy, I know I've been critical of Indy all year, but we're gonna know more about this team within the next few weeks because they get this game, and then of course eventually they have the Chiefs. But yeah, it's almost like whoever doesn't play as bad in the North will probably wind up winning. But no, I'd be shocked if Indy loses to the Steelers on Sunday.
Hey, Bishop, I got a question with Indy. Is Indy that good of a team, man? I know they're gonna beat the Steelers this Sunday. How good is Indy, man?
Let's look at what they're working with. A great offensive line, a great running back, and an above average quarterback. You tell me. See, I know everybody's writing them off. I'm not going to write Pittsburgh off because Aaron Rodgers has been known to pull off some stunts. So if it's a close game, I'm going to edge it to Pittsburgh. I'm already picking Indy. Against my better judgment. But, hey, listen, they're that good a team. And they got potential to be that great a team. They got the right parts in the right place. Offensive line does their job. Defense is stout. I don't know. They gave up one of their offensive linemen, came to Minnesota, but it's like they haven't missed them. They haven't missed a mark. On top of that, one of the only few teams that's ever in their first 3 games did not punt. Keep that in mind. So let's wait and see what we get with this team starting next week. Skip the Pittsburgh game. Go to next week. I think
Anthony, can the Colts come out of the AFC?
To keep doing what they're doing, yeah. I mean, I'm still kind of skeptical with Jones, but the thing is, Taylor, I think, is about 100 yards ahead of the pace that Barkley had
Saquon.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
Yep.
it's if you go by if you go by what they're doing, they're on track to be at the very least. They're looking at being at least number 2 seed if they keep doing what they're doing.
Go ahead, Larry. Go ahead, Larry.
Okay, go ahead and pump the brakes. Pump the brakes on the Colts. We got we got one more week to go. The Colts is a good team, but Spagnuolo is a great defensive mind. And the thing is, when you go against quarterbacks, especially a quarterback that had problems in the past, you look for their weakness. And Spagnuolo is great at doing that. They've been studying Daniels forever. I tell you, when they play the Kansas City Chiefs, he got that marked in red. Trust
But
me.
Larry, can I say something to you? In my opinion, whoever win that game, that's going to be the team coming out of the AFC because both teams are red hot right now. So it's going to be a statement game that both teams going to want that game. So if Indiana they beat your Chiefs, they're going to send a message to the rest of the AFC that we're the team to beat, and I think that's going to build their confidence right there. For
But
both teams.
the way I look at right now, they might meet in the AFC Championship.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise you, would it? Would that surprise you?
No. If they wind up 1-2.
Right, that wouldn't surprise you. All right, go ahead, man. I'm not going to take over the show. Go ahead. What you got next?
Bro, we already get to answer that question,
Nobody
man.
No, Big Don. This is the producer of the show. Go ahead, Big Don.
No, I'm just saying that, I believe the two are going to meet in the end, and that experience the Chief got and dealing with that all-star Pat Mahomes, the Chief are going to take them out. I think they're going to be right there until they run up against the Chiefs.
They can have a bad game, Don. The Chiefs got a bad game, too. Experience is good.
I'm not saying they can't.
Sunday, Don.
I'm just sitting over on Larry's side right now.
Well, you can sit on Larry's side. I'm not saying don't sit on Larry's side, but it's one game.
I'm just sitting next to Larry. I'm more on Larry's side than your side right now.
I got you.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
He found out that Larry had some extra seats, some extra tickets in business class. That's why
we go Super Bowl.
but Bishop, when it's one game, it's not like it's the best of 7. If it's one game, and if the Colts come out there and play a good game, and Kansas City have a bad game, they can lose. And then nothing to do with experience.
Listen,
nothing but experience.
Wrong, we often say here on the show, any given Sunday,
right?
Regular season, but I gotta agree with Larry. They meet him again in the playoffs, but then Andy Reid them his adjustments.
Okay.
That's right now. Regular season, make your adjustments and then take them out in the playoffs. If you can.
All right, go ahead, Larry. Go ahead, Larry. What's your next topic?
No, nobody else ain't answered. Kendall, go ahead.
I answered. Didn't I answer?
He answered. Everybody answered.
Everybody answered?
Yes.
Yeah, except for Bruce. Bruce just came on, the legend. But we're talking about Colts. We're talking about the Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs when they play. What I just said, Bruce, I said, I believe when they meet, this game is going to be an important game for both teams because both of them are on fire right now. Both of them are red hot. And whoever win that game is going to send a message to all the other teams in the AFC. And I believe whoever win that game is coming out of the AFC. Because
I believe that too. I believe that Kansas City may overtake a lot of teams, but they're going to end up being the second seed in the AFC, and Indianapolis is going to be the first seed. You're not going to be Kansas City at home. Pretty much in the playoffs, they're going to have home field advantage until Indianapolis I'm still with Kansas City. I'm not getting off the bandwagon. I did not pick Indianapolis at the beginning of the year, but they are the most complete team we have based off with that
Yeah.
running back and that offensive line right now.
Go
So
ahead, Bruce.
that's the problem.
Go ahead, Bruce. Talk about the Colts in Kansas City.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one, but I think it would be more important for Kansas City than it is for Baltimore.
No, the Colts. Colts. Talk about the Colts.
Yeah, but I keep calling the Baltimore Colts. I'm still stuck
Yeah,
in the
well,
past.
Don't worry,
You know,
Bruce.
but,
I'm with you on that. They should have never
Yeah,
left.
yeah, but I think that if the Colts don't lose no more games, it's definitely going to be more important for Kansas City to win it. You know what I mean? Because they're still coming up from the rear.
Okay.
But I agree with you that whoever win that game, they should be considered the front runner in the Super Bowl.
Okay. Hear that, Larry? He agree with me.
Coming out the AFC.
At least Bruce agreed with me. He just came out too. So he didn't hear the whole show. So at least somebody agreed with me. I like that. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you.
You know, Larry, anything against Kansas City, he's not going to agree.
That's pretty much it.
Hey, Jerry, I thought he was asleep. I thought he was asleep the way his head was bobbing.
Oh man.
Wow.
Let me just say this is a sports talk. We are live on Facebook. Anyone that wants to give us a call, the number is on the screen. Give me a call. On my cell number, we'll put you on with any comments you might have. I'm Dr. Jerry Green along with Big Don, Big Don Production, my brother-in-law Larry Pearson, our Bishop Ernest Richard Jr., Every Moment Move with Kendall Tyson, our sports legend Anthony McLean, and the legendary Bruce Austin tonight as well. We are live on the WJRG television network. Go ahead, Larry. What else you got, my brother? We're going to basketball in a while too. Go ahead.
Okay, this is only two last ones, and one's gonna be a little bit different.
Go ahead.
The Cardinals and the Cowboys. Now,
Wow.
if the Cowboys can't go down there and handle the Cardinals, we need to call the season. We need to just drop them off. Because if they can't beat the Cardinals, then ain't no sense in watching.
Well, let's start with Bruce on that. Bruce, do you agree with that?
110%.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little better than that. I think their season finished now.
I ain't say that, Bruce.
The only way I can change my opinion on that if they make some kind of trade because the deadline coming up. If they don't do nothing with that defense, they're in trouble. I mean, you got to look at it reality, man. That they ain't gonna beat nobody with anybody that got a halfway decent offense, air game, they're in trouble.
Okay.
They're in
Go ahead,
trouble.
Don. Go ahead, Don. What you think? What you think, Don?
I'm agreeing with that 100% too. You know, I was already about to do the Cowboys the same way I was doing
The Vikings.
the Vikings. I'm about to do the Cowboys. I ain't never betting on them again. I'm about to say.
Oh man.
Don is so hurtful today.
I know. Go ahead, Bishop. Yeah, give us your thoughts on the Cowboys.
Listen,
Cardinals.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The Cowboys, their destiny is in their hand. If they let Murray and company come into Dallas, into A&T Stadium, or whatever the name of that stadium is, and beat them, yeah, find your golf clubs, man, because that's your next stop. You know what I mean? Season over.
Don't even let them on the golf course.
Go ahead, Kendall.
Well, Dallas Cardinals doesn't interest me at all. I don't know, like you said, I'm just thinking, you know what I'm thinking Dallas went away from? I'm sorry to digress, but I think a lot of teams went away from the offensive line. When they were just talking about Indianapolis, I remember back in the day, all these teams, the Dallas Cowboys, because it started with John Riggins and the Hogs. So Dallas Cowboys had to get some big boys to deal with them. And everybody had gotten into the offensive line. And then everyone went away from that, you know? Defenses are not doing anything because they can't penetrate the offensive line. Dallas is not sacking anybody. They're not doing much. So But the Cardinals not an impressive team, so I think Dallas can win it. If they don't wrap it up, it's over. It just went away. Everyone just went away from the offensive line. It became prevalent when Lawrence Taylor broke Joe Theismann's leg. That's when we said, "Oh God, let's guard the blind side." But back in the day, who was the strongest man in the NFL? It was Larry Allen, and before that, it was the center for the Mike Webster. You know, the big guys were offense, and guess that's where Indianapolis has, and that's what won the Super Bowl last year. The tush push. You know, the offensive line. So I'm just looking at that now because it just seems like whoever has the best offensive line is winning the games, period. And Indianapolis has it right now.
All right, go ahead, sports legend. Go ahead, Anthony.
Well, to be fair, they did draft a lineman as their number one pick, the kid from New Haven. Unfortunately, he got hurt. But
right,
Dallas's problem haven't been offense. They can score with anybody. You can make the argument that they have the best offense, if not in the NFC, maybe in the NFL. When everybody's healthy, they're going to live and die by their defense. Now, they should be able to beat Arizona, but long term, I don't know. You just put it this way. You can't win 41 to 40 to 45 every week, especially trying to make the playoffs. But yeah, they're gonna be put this way. They'll be fun to watch on offense, but you got to hide your kids when they play defense.
And one more thing, the way I'm looking at Dallas is, no matter how bad the teams were, when they came to Dallas, every one of them, Dallas made their quarterback look like they was ready for the Pro Bowl.
That's true. That's true.
That's what I'm looking at. I mean, it didn't matter who the quarterback was, even in Carolina.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Bryce Young. Every quarterback that came in and have a decent arm, they made them look like they was ready.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I think they finished, man. If they don't do nothing with that defense, they finished.
But Bruce,
I want to see what they're going to. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Anthony.
I want to see if they're going to try to make a trade for Tuesday. If they conceivably, if they win Monday and say they make a trade and get maybe I know Henderson is hurt for the Bengals, but if they're able to get somebody defensively, at least they can start building up the defense for next year. But yeah, you're probably looking at maybe finishing maybe right at 500 or maybe a game under, but I don't. It'd be tough for them to make the playoffs. It really would be.
But I got a question for Bruce. Bruce, what if the Cowboys win fashionably? I mean, win good, look good. Would you throw the whole season away? Because because they're the Cowboys, so quite naturally they're going to draw a lot of attention, and people expect certain things from the Cowboys because they're America's team. But if they come out and look good, you're going to throw the whole season away because of that? Because the defense.
Who you saying they're gonna look good against? Arizona or everybody they got left?
I don't know. I mean, the Cowboys up.
The reason I asked you that question is because if they look good against Arizona, it don't mean a thing.
That's agreed. I agree with Bruce. That's exactly what I wanted to jump up and say.
Yeah, me too.
Arizona,
it don't mean a thing.
Okay.
I agree with that.
All right, because they lost. They got beat by Denver. Denver won 5 straight games, though. The Broncos won 5 straight. So
but we're not looking at that. It's not only they got beat by Denver. It's the way their defense looked against everybody. You know what I mean? You can say Denver, but Denver, you can look for them to be a little up there. But when Carolina came in and Chicago came in and did what they did, no.
Chicago.
I mean,
you got carried half. That's not leave it alone. Right,
Let
go
me
ahead.
say this real quick. On paper, Dallas should beat Arizona with no problem on paper.
Right.
It shouldn't even be an issue.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna need 4 pencils to draw it on paper.
But see, here's the problem.
Go ahead, Bishop.
On paper, Dallas should be going to the playoffs. But, the reality is, like somebody said, that defensive line. I mean, they got good receivers. You can't do nothing about that. They got a decent running back. And they got Mr. Booker on their offensive line. So, their only issue is they ain't got no pass rush. When's the last time they sacked a quarterback? Preseason don't count. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
That's true. The defense, we all know the defense is bad. We all know
Can't
that.
nobody answer that question.
I know. That was a good question.
Yeah, the defense is bad. We all know that. Go ahead, Larry, with your last topic.
The last topic.
No, hold up, Anthony. You gonna say something?
The rest of their schedule is. They got,
Say that again.
What they got, Anthony?
no, just the rest of their schedule: Cardinals, Raiders. Okay, Cardinals, Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, and the end of the season at Washington
They got
against the
tough
Commanders.
schedules, man.
That's murder's row there, right? You know?
They done. They
I
done.
don't-
Yeah.
That's a tough schedule. That's a
Yeah,
tough
but
schedule.
even the softest team that you mentioned, if the
Raiders,
if the defense ain't no good, they make all of them look good. That's what's been happening so far. I mean, how many people pick? I mean, I know Carolina's your team, but how many people pick Carolina to beat Dallas?
I
You know what I
did.
mean?
I did.
I did it. I ain't gonna lie. I did it more out of spite than anything
I did
else.
well.
But
That's what I'm saying.
it won.
All right, go ahead, Larry. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Larry. With your final football topic.
The last is not football. It's the World Series.
Okay, World Series. Okay.
I was gonna put the World Series to bed until I watched. Everybody thought the Dodgers was gonna tear Tampa Bay a new one, but what happened? This guy named Savage, Game 6. This guy was playing AAA ball at the beginning of the season. They brought him up, and I mean, he took it out the park.
Sure did.
They said there was no way he's supposed to go in and strike that many people out. They said no way, but he did it. He came from people not knowing his name to now one of the top. He got a record in the World Series. That's crazy. I mean, from AAA to showing out in the World Series.
So the boy sleeping out of a hotel.
yeah.
Well, he hasn't even had a chance to get established yet. And here it is.
Right.
All right. So Larry, the question: who wins Game 6 tonight?
Game 6.
Dodgers better win it.
Dodgers better win it, but I'm just talking about this boy winning Game 5 with nobody thought he could even was supposed to be there, And the Dodgers had one of the best pitches up that they had, and he just showed his, he showed a new one, and the Tampa Bay's record at home is very good. It's very good.
You saying Tampa Bay? Ain't that the Blue Jays?
I mean, the Blue Jays. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He got Kansas City on his brain. You know that.
Let me say this. That boy is a rookie. And he's definitely setting the pace. After this, he's going to be making some big money. I saw that game, too. That boy, I mean, it's hard to say who's going to win tonight now because I think the Dodgers, when they had that 18 innings, I think the Dodgers burnt themselves out. All of a sudden, they ain't been able to catch back up.
Hey, Donald, know what the Dodgers messed up at, Don? They messed up when they went 18 innings, and they still when they went 18 innings, Ashanti had a big game. I think he had 2 home runs, 2 doubles. He was on base 9 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they started, and I thought it was a big mistake for them to start him pitching the next day.
I thought so too. And that guy, you're Savage.
Why would they do that, man? After he went 18 innings and had at bats like that,
Yeah.
and they're gonna start him pitching the next day? No, I
agree.
That ain't gonna work.
I agree.
Right,
I thought that was something new because I thought they are supposed to get a rest.
Now
But
the pitcher.
they were saying that was a new thing they're going to try. They said they thought it was smart. The broadcasters thought it was smart.
No.
Well, the
way.
pitcher that's pitching tonight, Yamamoto, is the only pitcher in the playoffs that has 2 complete games besides Kurt Schilling back in the day. And he has a 1.5 ERA. So if there's anyone that can get them to the 7th game, this pitcher that's pitching tonight has been consistently the best pitcher in the playoffs, with the exception of last night with that young blood, and also with Otani's one game in which he had 10 strikeouts and 3 home runs. So the most consistent pitcher that LA has had is playing tonight. So I think LA forces a game 7.
All right, so Kendall, let me just ask the question again. Who you got winning game 6 tonight?
I got the Dodgers winning game 6.
What about you, Anthony?
I got Toronto winning this in 7 games. I think they win tonight, and I think Toronto ends it tomorrow.
Oh, what about you, Bruce?
Yeah, I go back to what Kendall said. The most important thing that Kendall said about the guy that's pitching tonight is he didn't just win. He had 2 complete games that he pitched. You don't see that too much, period. Now you're going to have a guy in the World Series and pitch 2 complete games.
And he's well rested.
So who you got tonight, Bruce? I got
the Dodgers. I got the Dodgers tonight. This guy's nasty that's coming up.
All right, who you got, Larry?
If the Dodgers win game 6, they got to win the World Series.
I don't know about that.
If they win game 6, okay.
If they win game 6, they got to win the series. Yeah.
But Toronto got a heck of a lineup, man.
Toronto got to take it at home. They got to take it at home.
Anthony
Springer was out. Springer was out, and they didn't even miss him.
All right, go ahead, John.
The reason I'm saying the Dodgers going to do something because for the last 2 games, the Dodgers ain't been hitting the ball at all. So the night got to be their night to hit. They got to come in. They got some of the best hitters in the league now.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying the Dodgers going to be hitting tonight because they ain't been scoring nothing, man. The Blue Jays been scoring all over those guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got a tough lineup.
Since that, if you count just the extra innings from Monday night and then the last 2 games, they've only scored 3 runs. And they're going to, you got to score, it's even more magnified now because it's the World Series. They got, the kid could throw a shutout tonight, but if they don't score a run. Yeah,
okay. All right, we're going to go to basketball in a few minutes, but let me make this fast announcement. Kingdom Media International and our good friend Big Don from Big Don Production presents the Jerry Green's Gospel Showcase and Christmas Toy Drive, going to be on December 20th at the Music Back Then Performing Theater once again in West Haven. We're going to be doing some cash prizes, door prizes, so we can give away cash this year. And it's going to feature Kevin Monroe in Devotion. We got Blessing from New Haven, Jamila Douglas, Calvin Cooper, Dre the Voice, and I can't see the whole flyer, but this thing is kind of small for me. But we got some great performers. December the 20th, mark your calendar. I need everyone to bring an unwrapped toy so we can be a blessing this year like we do every year for the kids in our community. So that's going to be on December 20th for the Big Don Production and the Jerry Green's Gospel Showcase and Toy Drive. As we get closer to the date, I'll give you more information about that as well. So I'm excited for what Big Don is doing. So I want y'all to be excited as well. And that's being this year to our children. All right, Bruce, I'm going to start with you on this one, my brother. The Spurs are 5-0 for the first time in franchise history. Wow. Is this boy going to be MVP this year? What, Bruce?
If he stay healthy, there's no doubt in my mind he'll get MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
I don't think people really realize what this guy's doing, man. People be mentioning Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson was tall. He was all right, but he ain't no Wemby.
Yeah, different era,
was a beast.
Bruce, different era though, Bruce. Can't compare the eras now.
I'm not talking about no eras. I'm talking about
you got to.
He wasn't. Listen, I'm talking about his game. I ain't talking about the era.
But Centers wasn't bringing the ball up like that then. They weren't bringing
I'm talking about a man. I'm talking about a man that's dancing to 7'5" and dancing like he's a 6-foot guard, going all between his legs. Ralph Sampson ain't do none of that.
He couldn't do it. He did. That was a different era, Bruce.
That wasn't nothing to do with errors. I'm talking about his skills.
Jabbar didn't do that neither.
But he had the skills boost, but that was uncalled for. You couldn't even do that. You couldn't
didn't have no ball handling skills like that. Come on.
To Ralph Sampson, the 3-point shot back then, that was unheard of for a career. Kareem only took about three pointers in his whole career.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about 3-pointers, though. We ain't talking about 3-pointers.
But when we do it to Bruce at 7'5", he wasn't doing that back then. Elijah out of them. Come on, it was a different era.
They would have put you out of the game. You did
right, Bruce.
Yeah, but listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. We're not talking about 3-pointers. We're talking about a man 7'5".
I know what you're saying.
Did you see the play where he snatched the rebound and the man went to steal it? He went behind his back. The man went on that side. He went behind his back to the other side.
I seen all that.
Ralph Sampson wasn't doing none of that.
But if he was doing that back then, he'd be like Ralph Sampson. He'd be just bringing the ball, get the rebound, get the ball to the point guard, and he run down court and set up and get set up in the block. That's what they was doing back then.
I'm a big fan of Ralph Sampson because he played for the University of Virginia.
Okay, I got you.
But he was nowhere near close to what Wemby is doing. Sure, he could pull up with a nice jumper, but that's it. After that, that's it. But how many shots did he block a game?
Dude, you understand what I'm just trying to say? No?
Listen, we're not talking about 3-pointers. We talk about his overall skill, like he's a 6'4" guard.
Okay.
Look, let me jump mines in there. Ralph Sampson wasn't that even when he was playing in the NBA. I don't know why you guys building Ralph Sampson, but he didn't even have a long career. He was just a decent player. He was never great. He was
good. Ralph Sampson was good.
You could have compared the man to. Because he's going to be great. Ralph Sampson had no chance of being great. He had a short career. He wasn't that good. The Twin Towers didn't even work because Ralph Sampson couldn't play his part.
No, because he got hurt.
You guys talk about Ralph. Don't compare him to no Wembanyama. That's not even in the same conversation.
No.
We know that.
That's what I say.
No, but y'all missing my whole point, though. I'm not missing the point, Bruce. You lay on the couch then. I'm just saying, the only thing I'm saying is that I'm not comparing how good that Ralph Sampson is to Wemby. I'm not saying that. The only thing I'm saying, you can't go back 30 years ago and say what Wemby doing now, what Ralph Sampson was doing back then. Because even Kareem only took maybe 1 3-pointer in his whole career. Because a center wasn't doing stuff like or bringing the ball up. I mean, how many times you saw Kareem bring the ball up, go through his legs and stuff? Not that he probably couldn't do it, but that was unheard of. It wasn't doing that kind of stuff.
Jerry.
They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it.
Jerry. Hey, gentlemen. Hey, gentlemen. Caldwell Jones for the Philadelphia 76ers brought the ball up. Just saying. Also, he did. Anybody remember that? Caldwell Jones, 76ers, brought the ball up as a 7-footer. Just didn't put it between his legs. Wembanyama, right now, through his first 120 games, has more points than LeBron. He has more block shots than Olajuwon at this time, and has more threes than Steph Curry. Now, those are the statistical leaders in those positions, in those categories. He has more rebounds through his first 120 games than Karl Malone. The only 2 players to have more rebounds against him, and we can easily guess them, Chamberlain and Russell. You know, the only 2 guys that have more rebounds than this kid. This guy right here is not only going to be the MVP, he'll be the defensive player of the year. And remember, he only played half a season last year because of that blood clot. He didn't qualify. So he will get the comeback player of the year. We ain't never seen nothing like this before. This has got to be the most talented, tall, big man we have ever seen. This guy is moving just like he's, like I said, 6-foot guard, man. Crossing over. I mean, he's getting alley-oops. He's getting alley-oops and twisting his body. He's doing his thing, man. He's like he's hitting threes.
I never seen nobody like him.
Neither have I. I've never seen that.
All right, and he got the green light to do it.
Yeah,
he got the green light. He can bring the ball up. He got the green light that can take 3-pointers. He got the green light to do anything he wants for 7.
Let me just get this out there real quick. If Ralph Sampson could have done that, they would have let him do it. He was playing forward.
No, Don.
Not
back then, Don.
He couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it.
All All right,
There's no way in the world Ralph could do
Shaq could have
that.
did it. Why did Shaq do
Ralph
it?
was the best college player.
No, Shaq could have did it. Why did Shaq
Shaq
do it?
couldn't- come on,
Shaq
Shaq
couldn't do it
that.
either.
No,
Couldn't
Shaq
nobody
couldn't
couldn't do that.
Shaq was
Get
bringing the
They
ball up. He wanted to.
Shaq was
Shaq
bringing the
couldn't do
ball
that.
up, put him
Shaq was bringing the ball up too.
Shaq was
Do
bringing
his
the
legs
ball
up.
up.
It's the difference in bringing the ball up and doing it the way Wemby doing it. Come on now. They had a lot
Wemby
of
run the
big men.
breaks.
They had
But
a
my
lot
whole
of big
point
men that
is-
could dribble the ball down the court.
I really
But to
believe
get
that.
away from a defender and go all between his legs, Shaq ain't never did that.
Shaq couldn't do it. Jerry,
Ralph
you,
either.
you're overlooking the point. These guys didn't have that kind of talent. They
Exactly.
didn't have that kind of talent. That's why they wasn't allowed to do it. They didn't have it. Remember, Magic Johnson came along the first 6'9" and come along with those moves. They let
Right.
Magic should have been playing forward. He played guard because he could do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, then you had guys like downtown Fred Brown that was hitting 3-pointers before 3-point line. Different some areas, some guys got talent, and some people use it, some people didn't use it. I'm saying, Don, no, I'm not taking nothing away from Wemby's talent. I'm just saying he's playing in the era now where he's going to make other guys 7'2" doing the same thing he's doing. Because now it's acceptable. It wasn't acceptable back then. That's what I'm saying. He's
It
going
wasn't
to
acceptable because they couldn't do it.
no, he's gonna make other guys that 7 foot
couldn't
right
do
now.
it.
Now listen to me. He's gonna make other guys 7 foot. Okay, because Magic and Bird make guys like LeBron, Kevin Durant. These guys are 6'11". Bring the
Name one.
And
Name one that's going to do it. Name one that's
I
going
don't
to
know
do
yet,
it.
Bruce. We don't know yet. But he's gonna make that other guy that
No,
7
no,
feet
no.
do the same
Name
thing.
one. If
Bruce,
he's doing it,
I
if he's
can't
doing
explain
it right now,
Bruce,
if he's doing it right now, and
I don't know yet, Bruce. But Bruce, Kevin Durant, how tall is Kevin Durant? How tall is Kevin Durant, Bruce? How tall is Kevin Durant?
I think he's 6'11".
Bruce, okay. How tall is LeBron, Bruce?
about 6'9",
Okay, now guys like Giannis, how tall is Giannis?
6'11".
Okay, Magic Johnson started them guys doing that. They wasn't doing that back in the 70s. Magic
with you.
started that. Now all them guys are doing it now.
Yeah, but we with you, Jerry.
Well,
We with you.
We bring the
They
ball
didn't
up.
have the talent. They didn't have the talent to do it.
Bring the ball up at 7 foot. He brings the ball up. Magic started that.
look, it could very well be some women Giannis in the future.
That's what I'm saying.
We're not saying it won't be. We don't expect to see him.
I agree.
Only thing we saying
I
is
never seen nobody. I told you myself. I never seen nobody like him in the past. Never. So, but I'm saying, but he's opened the door for other new guys that's 7 foot. They say, man, I better practice on my skills because they got the green light to do it now.
we don't doubt that. We with you on that. But
Oh,
we
since
said
then, I don't know. Back then, if you tried, if they ever tried something like that, they would have got sat on the bench.
No, not if they made it. If
Right.
you could
Exactly.
prove your point, you could do it. They would have let you did it back. Them guys couldn't do it, Jerry.
they couldn't do it.
There's no way Shaq could do it. Anybody you name, none of them couldn't do it.
Guys like Darryl Dawkins, them guys, they couldn't do it. Come on.
But-
now.
No,
they
ain't no
couldn't
way
do
in the
it.
world.
They
Ain't no
couldn't
way.
do
But Wemby working this game all the time. During the off season, he learning new stuff. He learning new ways.
He's gonna get
to
better.
by people. You know, he wants it really bad. And trust me,
Right.
Hey,
he's
listen,
gonna he's nobody gonna be like him. Nobody.
I never seen nobody. I told Bruce that when we talked before. I said, I never seen nobody like this guy.
hey,
I mean,
Jerry,
he's better and better. Go ahead, Bruce.
Jerry, most big men when they come in the league, they go and work out with Elijah Watt.
Okay, yep.
This guy went and worked out with Elijah Watt and Jamel Crawford. Jamel
Yep.
Crawford, one
And
of the
Kevin
best
Garnett.
ball handlers in the league.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Garnett.
That's the difference. Most big men only worked out with Elijah Watt, another big man. This
Right.
guy is honing his craft with a guard.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even like you said, it might be some down the road, but they got a lot of 7-footers in the league right now,
They do.
and you can't pick out not one that's
And-
even
and
close
one-
to doing
And
what
one
he's
of the
doing.
main- and
Right,
one of
right.
the
Right, Anthony.
and one of the main reasons why Samson didn't bring the ball, because it took away from their offense. Remember, you had him and Elijah Wan. One of the reasons why they didn't want him to bring the ball down court, because they wanted to center the offense around the two centers. Remember, they had Alan Levitt and Jim Peterson and Robert Reed. Those were the guys that were going to bring the ball down court. When Samson, in a sense, tried to freelance on his own, it took away from the offense. Wembanyama is running is literally running the offense.
Right.
When he does what he does. I mean, to me, the two amazing things with him is he's still a baby and he can get better.
Yes.
That's the thing. And remember, this is a franchise that had Robinson and Duncan, and this is their first 5-0 season. I mean, remember, they basically were a dynasty and they never got off to a start like this. I mean, you don't want to go too crazy because the NBA season is long, but they're making notice. And because the West is so top heavy, it's going to make for a very, very, very exciting season because look, OKC is not going anywhere. You got to figure that say Denver and Houston are going to be in the mix, but if there's anybody that's going to upset the apple cart in the Western Conference, it's San Antonio. The only thing that may hold them back is experience.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Anybody else? I mean, I don't want to take over the show. I love Wemby. I'm watching what he's doing is something I never seen at all the years I've been watching basketball, and he's going to get better. And it's scary for the NBA. It's so scary. And he's going to make
You know what's even more scarier?
What's that?
This guy got plenty of help, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Castle gonna be an all-star from UConn.
And they got all sorts
He gonna be an all-star, man. He got plenty of help, man. They got
what's the name
Castle
didn't
and
even come
Vassell.
back yet.
Huh?
The boy didn't even come back yet. That's out. What's his name?
Yeah, Fox. Fox not even there.
Come back yet.
And he's the one to run the offense. Wemby said, "I'll run the offense till you get back."
but what's going to happen is San Antonio going to be the number one team to watch. Watch next year when the TV ratings come out and see how many games they have on TV just because of Wemby.
It's going to be this year, not even next year. It'll be this year.
I believe that.
I mean, but the schedule already made for this year already. I'm talking about next year.
Yeah, but
they'll change it. He'll be on.
Larry, and he's going to put people in the seats. That's the main thing.
You
Yeah.
must see TV.
But Don, I want to say something about Ralph Sampson again too. He was under a lot. He had a lot of pressure on him, similar to LeBron, and he couldn't live up to the hype because at that time you had a lot of centers too that was already playing, and he couldn't live up to that hype that LeBron had and some of the other centers or first round draft picks coming out of college. He could not live up to that hype that they tried to put on him because he had to go. He had to go against Kareem. He had to go against let's say not Willis Reed and them.
And his body, and to be fair, his body broke down early in his
His body
career.
broke down, yes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's that was during that era when Walton had the bad feet.
That's right. That's right.
And it was it's a little different now because between guys getting bigger and conditioning and everything else. But Ralph was probably like Walton in a sense. He was probably a better college player than a pro player. He's a good pro player. They did get to the finals a couple times, so he wasn't terrible. But again, because of the hype coming out, he, I'm not gonna say he was Greg Oden, but
He's better than Greg Oden.
He was much better than Greg Oden.
Yeah. You know what I think messed Ralph up?
Come on, live that hype. Go ahead, Bruce.
His knees messed him up.
No, what messed Ralph up when they drafted Elijah Walker? That Twin Towers didn't work.
That's true.
They had Ralph.
It would have worked. It would have worked if Ralph didn't go.
They had Ralph a year before they drafted Elijah Walker, and Ralph played great. When Elijah Walker came, that threw everything off.
That's true. That's true, Bruce. You tell the truth.
Twin Towers, it was either one or the other. That Twin Towers didn't work.
Right.
That's what slowed Ralph down.
That's true. That's true. That's true too. It didn't work because
But
a
in
lot
San Antonio it worked.
No, but David Robinson took a back seat.
right.
To Tim Duncan.
He took a back seat. He even told him, "Look, this is your team."
Right.
He took a back seat.
But they had Twin Towers though, and that both can get it done.
But that was a different type of Twin Towers.
Yeah,
though.
that was different.
And plus, you got to remember, I told you, Larry, the expectation that they had on Ralph Sampson, okay, and even Elijah Brown was the number one pick. Both was 2 number 1 picks on the same team, according to Bruce. who team is it? Is it Olajuwon team or is it Ralph Sampson team? It didn't work.
Both of them dangerous.
Right, it didn't work. That's just like having Michael Jordan and LeBron on the same team, and whose team or that's why Shaq and Kobe couldn't really work out because both of them can't be the alpha. One, and Kobe wasn't going to be no Scottie Pippen. He made that clear.
I think the one reason
who
why
had the first. Go ahead, Al.
I think the one reason why it worked in San Antonio is because even though Robinson was 7 feet and Duncan was 6'11", they basically played them as forwards. There wasn't a real true center. Both of them basically played both of them were playing forwards, and they remember a lot of times they had 3 guards out there. You know, they would have Ginobili and Parker, and in a lot of instances you had Elliott was playing guard, and even who's the other kid? The name escapes me, but there were several times when they basically went 2 forwards and 3 guards, and they was able to get away with that in the West back then because again you didn't have that true center until Shaq came over to the Lakers.
That's right.
And you know who had the first Twin Towers? It was the New York Knicks when they had Cartwright and Marvin Webster.
And that didn't work out either.
That didn't work either.
And that was
Cartwright wasn't that great. And Webster was a one-day wonder.
Yeah, but Webster was more of a defensive player. That's why they call him the human eraser.
Right.
And I wonder why people sleep on the fact that Kevin McHale was 6'11", but when he reached his arms up, he was taller than any 7-footer. So he and Robert Parrish could have been twin towers. Easy. Yeah. Kevin McHale had unusually long arms. He could reach higher than Kareem, and Kareem was 7'2", just because of his arms.
You're right.
They actually weren't twin towers.
Yep.
It
was.
Oh yeah.
See, that's just like if Wemby had. If he had another center playing next to him, it'd be tough too on him because he don't
need one.
No. But let's say if he did, let's say if he got drafted and he was playing with let's say the Joker. I'm just saying
because he's all over the place.
That's my point.
Speaking of the Joker, he's got 4 straight triple doubles so far, starting the season off like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, I think Wemby could play with the Joker because of his skills.
You think so?
Because Joker would play outside.
Yeah, but Wemby can do it all. Inside, outside, handle the ball. He might be a perfect complement for the Joker.
I think they're both interchangeable. I think that would be dynamic. That's why I think the foreign players will beat us. I think if you had Joker and you had Wembanyama and you had Giannis and you had SGA and Luka, I think they will beat any 5 American NBA players this year. Okay. And they're the top. The MVP.
7 o'clock. I went down to say something.
Who's got the guard though?
Huh?
You got Shea from Canada.
Shea.
Only thing about that is y'all mixing all the countries up, and United States is only one country.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't take a man from Canada and put him with the France guys. Then put all them up against one United States.
Bruce, Bruce, almost 7 o'clock. Let me ask Donald a question. Donald, can San Antonio come out of the West then? They're 5-0 right now.
Yes. They could come out of the West.
Sure.
As long as Wembanyama stay healthy,
sure,
and playing the way he's playing, yes, they can come out of the West.
So you don't think as the season go along, teams will make adjustments on how to play him? No?
Yeah, but they're going to get better too,
Fox is not back yet. Fox
is
their real experienced guy. So no matter what kind of adjustments they make on Wemby, they're going to still have to deal with Fox and Castle. That's what Bruce trying to tell you.
Larry, what you think? Larry, what you think? Can they come out of the West?
I think they'll be in the West Finals.
Can they come out of the West?
I think they'll make it to the finals, the Western Finals.
Can they come out? Can they come out the West though? No,
they can't. They can come out. Yes.
Okay. What about you, Anthony?
They're a year away. I'm not giving. I can't put them in the finals yet. Not the. You talking about the NBA finals?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Not yet. They're good. They're going to be. They're going to scare a bunch of teams. But I think they're about a year away from getting to the finals.
Well, I'll go along with that too. But go ahead, Kendall.
Well, that's what everyone said about OKC last year.
Exactly.
Average age 24, 25 years old. They were a couple years away.
No.
So I think this is what I think.
OKC had the best record for 2 years in a row.
Well, listen, this is what I think.
The first
I think OKC versus San Antonio.
The first year they said OKC was a year away. That was the year when they lost, I think, to Denver.
Yeah,
they won the next year. So no, this is different now. This is different. OKC was like 3 years. They was fighting to get up there. And last year, before they won, they had the best record in the NBA, and they lost to Denver. Then they came back and won this year. So it's different. But go ahead.
So do I believe San Antonio can come out of the West? Yes, I think they can. I think San Antonio versus OKC, the winner is going to be in the Western Conference Finals. I think OKC is a better team right now because you have to beat the champs. So I think OKC can repeat, and I think their problem will be San Antonio.
Yeah, well, remember, Jerry, you said could they come out? I said yes, they could. I didn't say they would.
Right, that's exactly.
Capable?
Exactly.
Are they capable?
Right, they can.
They are capable. So make sure you ask the question right before you go throwing it.
Say, will they come out? Anthony answered that question.
You explain the way you want to explain. I just said, could they come out? And you say yes and no.
The answer is yes, they can come out.
Okay, that's it. I know how I'm asking. Go ahead, Bruce. You want to say something?
Yeah, don't forget, this is San Antonio's second year too, All
right.
So if women hadn't got them blood clots last year, look what he was doing last year.
Right.
But they wasn't ready last year, Bruce. They wasn't ready last. They weren't even ready last year as a team.
I'm saying they was in the same. Listen to what I'm saying now.
I'm listening.
They was in the same predicament like OKC in their first year. They was playing good, but they wasn't ready to come out. Now this is their second year. They ready. You don't think they're gonna be a better team when Fox come back?
They're a better team, but they didn't complete the mission last year. They wasn't at full strength.
No, the only reason they didn't complete it was because Wemby went out for the rest of the year with blood clots.
Right. I think he got to go through a whole season. Okay?
No, he's ready right now.
OKC 6-0 too. Okay. When you look at this and you look at 82 games, okay, is he going to hold up? You got to look at all that stuff. It's a long season.
Well, that's what we saying, Larry.
I think so.
We said we know he got to hold up. If he don't hold up, that could be a totally different thing. Let's presume he do hold up. Can he make it, Larry? That's what we asking. Let's presume
he's got to be in the top 2 or 3. But is they going to able to win the championship? I don't think so.
Go ahead, Anthony. He wanted to say something.
We just said come out of the West.
Just to put it in perspective, the Bulls are 4-0 too. So it's. I mean, they look great, but it's early.
And the 76ers.
Sixers. They got off to a great start with Edgecombe and Maxey, and we're long. I mean. I think we're still a long way away from figuring out who's gonna, because everybody was ready to hand the Knicks the Eastern Conference, and they're 2-2. So let's
Knicks ain't going nowhere.
Knicks ain't going nowhere. Take down the Knicks sign.
All right, Knicks.
The eye test said nah.
Oh, you guys are rough. Hey, all right, this is my final one. I'm not keeping you guys all night. Michael Jordan said, if he had a magic pill, I wish I could take a magic pill and play the game of basketball today. How good will Michael be, Anthony, if he played in today's era?
I mean, he would be just as good. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Would he dominate like he did back in the day? Probably not, but I think he would still be he'd still be a dominant player in the league.
Well, would he get 7 scoring titles in a row playing now?
No.
I don't think so.
What about you, Larry?
His will and his determination made Mike one of the greatest in the game. It's not because he wanted more than anybody else. He put everything he could into the game. That was about trying to be the best you can ever be. I think he played in any era. I think his determination and the way he played the game, he'd been great. But winning the scoring title, I think his outside shot, the 3-pointers, he couldn't do it.
What about you, Don?
I think he would have been great today. I mean, not like the Michael of old, but he would have fitted right in. And only thing else today would be tougher to put a team on your back with all the competition out there.
Okay, that makes sense. Kendall?
He would average 60. They don't even have the hand check. Back then, he literally got beat up by Detroit. If he played today, and listen, with the way the conditioning is, the way the game is played today, the reason why these players are able to last so long is because you can't even touch them. Jordan got knocked on the ground. He and Allen Iverson. Can you imagine Allen Iverson in the league this year? They would average 60 points.
No, they wouldn't, Kendall. Come on now. You're getting a little carried away now.
I think so.
60 points. In that case, Chamberlain would average 1,000 points then.
He would listen. I think Jordan would finish the year with 40-point average.
Yeah, but I go along with what Larry said for the simple reason why he wouldn't, because he didn't have that killer 3-point shot.
That's right.
That's the only thing would hold him back. Mid-range, he would be just like DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan specialized in the mid-range.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because he didn't have that killer 3, I don't think he would. There's no way he would average 60 in the day. The guy's too athletic for that.
Yeah, guys like Kevin Durant, who's 6'11", that can guard Mike. You know, I mean, he's 6'11" now. He got long arms. You got Giannis that can guard Mike. You got guys that's the same height as 6'6", and they're real good. Even put LeBron on them. I mean, LeBron can hold them. You know, there's a whole different era now, Kendall.
Oh yeah,
whole different era now. Whole different era. Okay. Now, I believe Mike will be a great player, but he wouldn't be no 7 scoring titles or doing what he's no, he wouldn't be like that. All right, okay. I said that was my final one. I go always on and on, but Kendall, close out in prayer tonight, bro. I'm not keeping you guys on.
Okay, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for the opportunity to fellowship my brothers on Sports Talk, Father. I just thank you for KMI and WJRG, Father, and I pray, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, that we get people to come out to our Christmas event so we can give away certain things and make people happy. Jesus is the reason for the season. And Monday, I'll be also on Eddie Perpignan speaking about marriage. If you guys want to listen to something like that, my wife and I are going to do the marriage thing. Yes. Oh yeah. We're bringing the heat. Praise God. And we just thank you. And we're hoping that more people that are involved with KMI are going to cross over to other shows so that we can reach the entire world. I thank you for Jerry Green and his vision with Sports Talk on WJRG. And I thank you, my brothers, call you by name, Big Don, Larry, Bruce, Anthony, Pastor T, Bob McCormick, and our bishop, praise God in Jesus' name. And Minister Henry Green. I'm not going to forget about anybody. So I just thank you for our fellowship, a bunch of fellows in a ship having fun on a Friday night on WJRG. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Hey, how Brother Walt doing, man?
He said he's feeling better, according to the text he sent out. He didn't come out tonight. He'll probably be back on Tuesday. Bob McCormick, I said he had COVID.
Yeah, he had COVID, yeah.
So just keep Bob in prayer. But
He get COVID in the house.
No,
the hospital. He's in the hospital.
No, he's at Montewies now.
Yeah.
He's at Montewies. He's at
the whole place had COVID, he said.
Yeah, he's at Montewies right now.